We're constantly doing things to make ourselves better. We've spent our lives making everyone else better, making sure they had that they were able to do. And to be able to, in this stage of life, celebrate where we are and where we're going and what we're becoming. We're becoming her, okay? Better than she was. So welcome to A Toast to Her. And I'm just so excited that you all are here to share in this moment with me. A toast to her. To her. All right. Woo. So, Girl, I'm Making It Through, the podcast was started as a space for women over 50 to have conversations about things that we experience in life, right? All of the things: menopause, loss, new relationships, health issues, just all the things that we've experienced in life. And I feel like we're able to share that information with other women in hopes that they will benefit from the information that we have to share. Out there, women may feel like, I'm alone, I'm the only person going through this, and you're not. Like, there's so many people, so many women that experience so many different things that we want to make sure that we have some information to share with you that will be of benefit. So that was the premise for starting it. And I'm finding, quite honestly, as I go through this journey and record more shows, hey, it's benefiting me too, right? So I just want people to tune in to Girl, I'm Making It Through on YouTube for the virtual. And the audio is on all podcasting platforms. You can find it, again, at Girl, I'm Making It Through. So we are currently at the venue Cafe I Am in Sandy Springs, Georgia. A beautiful, intimate venue. When we came to look at venues for this event, the feel, like it just hit us. Like, this is where we should have this celebration of women. Vonda, who owns this establishment, is all about women. So we wanted to definitely have it in an environment where people supported what we're trying to accomplish here. So today we're having a brunch experience, as you see the beautiful table behind me, where we are going to have our lovely guest, Dr. Tiana Eby, as well as Ethel London on our panel. We'll have some beautiful questions and answer session for our guests, where again, we're just sharing information in hopes of uplifting as well as giving women a space to feel comfortable and secure in sharing things that they're experiencing in life.
Let's do a round of applause for everyone arriving.
Yay!
Everyone does arrive again.
I am overwhelmed with joy and love for each and every one of you, even the ones I've just met, to take time out of your day to share this experience. To share this experience with me and with each other.
Yes.
A Toast to Her really is about celebration of women becoming, right? Theme for season 2 was Better Than I Was, as you can recognize on your mugs that are in front of you. As women, I think we're always a work in progress, right? That doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, right? We're constantly doing things to make ourselves better. We've spent our lives making everyone else better, making sure they had that they were able to do. And to be able to, in this stage of life, celebrate where we are and where we're going and what we're becoming. We're becoming her, okay? Better than she was. So welcome to A Toast to Her. And I'm just so excited that you all are here to share in this moment with me.
Absolutely.
Yay.
I'm Catherine. I'm Catherine, Miss Tracy's niece. I chose question 3. In this season of your life, are you better than you were before? I would say I'm much more patient I have 4 kids, husband.
Mhm.
So, I've learned to, not try to do everything when it's needed to be done. I can give myself grace and, have patience with myself, and it's working out. So
All
God is
right.
good.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
It's similar, even though I was going to answer three about this season of life. Being in my late 40s, I think today I'm better than I was before because I finally choose myself. I've never, with my husband and my child, I've never chosen myself, and it's taken late 40s to get me there.
But you're there now.
Yeah.
You are becoming. Amen.
Well, in this season of my life, I'm better than I was before because I truly understand what being impatient means to me. It's not impatient wanting to be in control. It's me being a fast processor who communicate my emotions through conversation. So I tend to rush conversations and want other people to get where I'm at because I want to process.
Hmm.
I'm already thinking of problems and solutions, not just let me think about it. What is the solution to it? So in this stage, I understand what I mean when I say I feel a little impatient. I need to know the solution, not that I'm rushing you, you're not quick enough. It's accepting that I'm a fast process.
And it's when you look at the woman you are today, what experience or season of life shaped you the most? Well, I have to say it was when I lost my mother
Mm.
to breast cancer. That was the biggest. When I think about the time when I was going through, I saw my mother lose herself.
Mm.
And when we look at our mothers, it's like, I have to check myself that I don't lose myself because it's easy to lose ourselves when we have our families.
Hmm.
And I'm sure you guys, ladies, can relate.
Yes.
So with that, that's where I said I have to make changes. And the only one who's in control of making those changes is me. Okay, I can't. No one else can do it for me. So when I lost her, I was able to find strength. It took time, but I found it. I found spiritually, and I found it from, support of good friends and some of my family members.
Okay.
So that was the season when she passed away almost 14 years ago, made that change and brought me where I'm at today on a new awakening for myself,
Okay.
in which I become a better person also in this season for my children.
Absolutely.
Without losing myself.
Myself. Right. All right. Yes, absolutely.
And I wanted to answer the question, in this season of your life, how are you better than you were before? And it's not a lot that I need to think about, because I always say that I'm better before today than I was yesterday, right?
Absolutely.
But really, I just enjoy living life, right? Understanding with that at this part of my life that it's very important to live life the way I want to, despite being a mother or all those titles. They don't belong to me. That's something that I feel like was passed down to me, right? So I just want to live my life the way I want to, despite being a mother or someone's wife, right? Or someone's coworker, whatever that may look like.
Right.
But I understand that at this phase of my life, that it's very important to have sisterhood, to be able to reach out when I need to know that it is okay to not be okay.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
So yeah, I just wanted to just say that. So thank you guys again for
Awesome.
everyone.
Well, thank you for sharing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing.
For me, at this stage in my life, it has finally come to me that I can choose myself. Um, like others, I am the first. I'm the oldest child, the first grandchild, so a lot of responsibility ends up falling on you when you are the first. So, I've been raising kids forever myself, mine and others. um, and going through all of raising children and marriage and dealing with illness and death and everything, I am finally at a point where it's okay for me to choose me. not to have to worry about everybody else and taking care of everybody else, but for a change, choosing myself. And it's very liberating to actually be able to choose yourself. So that's my truth.
To me, it is a better than I was before of no longer people pleasing. And that no is a complete sentence. I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
But because I want to thank my mom for. She's always been that way of I am who I am and nobody's gonna, she's Tracy and she's Tracy. But now later on in life I'm choosing me, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna, not let anyone else's weight weigh me down. But I thank you because seeing you do that is allowing me to have the same mindset at a younger age. So I don't have to wait until I'm in my 40s or my 50s to, okay, finally I can, So learning the lesson at 35 is thank you.
Oh. Absolutely. I think the word of the day that we will use is self-interest. It's okay for us to take self-interest, right? So that was my biggest lesson in life, that it's okay to take self-interest. So thank you all again for answering the questions. All right. So ladies, again, thank you for coming to Toast to Her, a celebration about women, for women, by women. And girl, I'm making it through.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, I'm excited that you guys are here. So I wanted to make sure that we included everyone in this conversation, right? Every woman has a story, and that we can share, of course, to gain knowledge about something that we're going through, as well as offer advice, share experiences on how someone else made it through, get away fly. So I wanted to have you guys up here, and let me properly introduce you to our audience. This is Dr. Tiana Eby. She is a chiropractic specialist, doctor, right? And a Reiki practitioner.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to have my first session coming up soon. I'm excited about that.
Same.
And also we have Miss Ethel London, licensed mental health therapist. I've had both of these beautiful ladies on as previous guests, so I thought it great to have you guys sit up here with me and we just kind of talk about womanhood, right? So I have some great questions that I want to ask you guys.
Okay.
That we can share with the audience, and we'll open it up for questions from the audience pretty soon. So my first question is a journey question, right? What did you have to release to be able to grow? And I'll start. How about that? Because I'm going to involve myself in this conversation. Judgment. I had to release judgment. And I'll start with judgment of my mom and how she did things, and and being able to see her as a woman instead of this mom superhero figure. And I'm wondering, why are you making the moves you're making, doing the things you're doing, blah, blah, blah. But releasing that judgment allowed me to see her as a woman, and therefore I could relate. But it took me a good while. I was well into my 40s, before I realized, like, wait a minute. So I would say judgment. And that has carried into even my friendships, relationships with other women. Just taking the judgment away, it allows me to see people in a different light, right?
I would say expectations. So sometimes like expectations we put on ourselves, sometimes it's expectations other people put on us. That's a lot to carry on top of all the other things that we have to carry. And so letting those now that's a lot easier to do now, like in your 40s than it was in your 20s or 30s. But it's definitely that's one that I consistently work on is like not worrying about what everybody's opinion on something is. So
Right. Okay.
For me, it's wanting things to be perfect. Not me be perfect, but things to be perfect. I like watching Lifetime romance novels and reading romance novels. So seeing their lives and what was scripted, I felt like the people in my life should be responding like that. And that I just learned. That people are not perfect, and what we see on TV is scripted.
Yes,
And that's not
yes.
how we naturally respond.
Wait, now mental health therapist, that is what you that is what
I strive for excellence,
Yes, you do.
but I was expecting people
Okay.
to respond and behave perfect.
Okay. Well, that's a good one. And let's switch gears and talk about wisdom, okay? What do you do now to protect your peace?
say no.
I was going to say that, Dr.
Sorry.
T. I was going to
Sorry.
say that.
That didn't mean, but I mean, that's a big one.
It's a big one.
Right?
It's a big one.
That's a big one. Yeah. And like, no, period. And then no explanation necessary.
That extra part of that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. What about you, Evan?
I'm a therapist by profession.
Okay.
8 o'clock at night, I'm not a therapist.
Right.
So that for me, saying no and realizing I'm not everyone's therapist, I can't help everyone. Stopping me on vacation, this cannot be a therapy session. I tell people I'm a travel agent. I don't tell people I'm a therapist because they expect a therapy session.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That's funny. People do that with chiropractic too. They're like,
wow.
They're like, oh, my neck. And I was like, yeah. I get it. Same.
You're like, oh, my neck and my back, right?
Right. Every time. I totally get that. Sometimes, you're off the clock.
Well, and that too, just not even in a professional field like you guys, but just everyday life, like being able to say, no, you're a mom. One of our ladies mentioned here, like you have all the titles. I ain't necessarily choosing sides. But just being able to say no, like you said, with no explanation. And I'm going to say, quite honestly, the older I get, sometimes y'all know I have a bad mouth, right? But sometimes, like, the more I could give to,
Yep.
I don't have to explain myself. My no means no. And now I'll say sometime, it depends on who I said no to, that I might, my daughter, of course. But yeah,
It's
I would
hard
agree with
though.
that.
It's hard when you see people struggling and you
That's
can
the
see
thing. That's the thing.
where they can have a breakthrough. I say no and that I'm not a therapist, but my kids would tell you I'm on vacation in a swimming suit and I'm standing there out giving a session. I do. Because you want to help people. If you're a natural helper, it's just something ingrained in you. So it is a struggle. Although I laugh and say I'm going to say no, I'll say no, but I still try to reach out and help.
And that's it. If you are a helper by nature.
Yeah. It's hard.
But sometimes people, they rely on you being that helper by nature, right? Yes. And what I've learned in my no, that people figure it out.
Yes.
They figure it out.
I like to call myself a recovering people pleaser.
Yes.
And as
yes.
the oldest,
my daughter would say she's that too.
As like the oldest daughter, granddaughter, niece, like all of those things.
Yeah.
Where you like manage situations a lot. I using that no and just being like, it is what it is.
Yeah. And being okay with you saying it is what it is.
Yeah.
What would you say excites you about the woman that you're still becoming?
Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta edit it in my head.
Right.
That I feel like I can step more into like being more authentic and like staying true to myself first and then worrying about everybody else.
Yeah. What would you say?
I think my sensuality.
That's awesome.
I think I've always loved me, but I am loving me.
Yeah.
I am loving me.
Yes.
and some acceptance. I'm accepting that I'm nice, naturally, flirty, friendly.
Yeah.
But I love the sensual side of me. No explanation needed.
Now, are you saying sensual or sexual?
Sensual.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
you said sexual. No, no.
You got to love that too, Ethel. You got to love that too, girl.
I love that side too.
Yes.
However, just sometimes as we get older, we don't see ourselves as pretty, as attractive, as desirable.
Yeah.
I am very desirable. And when I walk 3.5 miles, I really feel desirable.
Yeah, there you go.
So just that side of me where I'm okay with this body. And all that it's gone through, all the wisdom it has gained, and all that it has left to give.
Yeah.
I'm okay with who I am. I'm loving that about me right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I would say in this phase in my life, which the story's been told already. I lost my husband a couple years ago. And I haven't shared much on the podcast, so this is breaking news. I am engaged. So he gets excited when I do this right here. Like he's like, why are you doing that, flashing that ring? But in this phase of my life, like I'm truly able to just be. My daughter's grown. She's taking great care of her family. I'm not needed there. She includes me, of course, but I don't feel like I have to mother, as much. So I'm able to just live my life for a change, I don't have anybody I have to take care of. I don't have anyone I have to report to. So, and after you've gone through some things in life, you get to a point where it's like, okay, I done some stuff. I done seen some stuff. I done been some places. I could just be me at this point. I don't have to put on any airs. If you don't like it, so what? And that's where I'm at. And showing up as that authentic Tracy, right? I'm finding that the people in my life that are still here in my life, even after all of the transition and the things that I have gone through, like they love that person.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. And so I don't feel like I've lost anything. I've lost several people along the way of the journey, of course, but ultimately the people that are here are supposed to be here. So
I was going to say, if they don't like it, love and light and get out of here.
yeah, absolutely. So what would you say to a woman who feels behind in her journey?
You have so much time left. You have so much time left. Like so much time left. And you can always start today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if today doesn't go well, then start tomorrow.
Start tomorrow.
Yeah.
And make a list. When you say behind in what? And who are you comparing your journey to? Because all of our journey are our journey. Own it. Personalize it.
Yeah.
You're behind compared to who?
And everyone gets to at different places at different times. My mom used to say, you matured like 5 years before your brother did, And of course, women are, excuse me for the men that are in the room, but women mature faster than men in general. But our journey, each of our journeys, as you were saying, is our individual journey. I interviewed a guest that was in her 70s that posted last week, and where I'm at 55, she was not there at 55. She's just getting there in her 60s and 70s. But it just goes to show everyone's story is their story.
Yeah.
And as you said, just if it don't work to start today, start tomorrow. Like it's never too late to start over and to get it together or figure out where you're going in life. And again, one of the reasons why I started this podcast is for that very reason, to have a place for women to go to just hear other women's story. and their experiences.
And it's called a journey for a reason.
Yeah.
Like it is not called a trip.
That part.
It's
So
small change.
small changes.
Small
yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Because people think of where do I start, where do I begin, and they start to make it overwhelming. One small thing,
Okay.
just one small thing can make a difference in how you see yourself tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So just do one small thing different.
Okay. So at this time, I would like to involve our audience here at Toast to Her. Again, thank you ladies for being a part. This is amazing to have this many women in a space to be able to share and we gain from your experience, things that you want to share with us. But do anyone have any questions for our panel? And if you do, if you wouldn't mind standing and we can acknowledge you.
Hello, I'm Tracy Benton, and I want to say that I decided to go back to college in 2020.
Yes.
Thank you. Never been to college before, came out of high school, started life doing my own thing, then COVID happened. And I'm like, I need to find something else, found something to do with my time. I feel like I'm just wasting time. I've been wanting to get a degree, had researched it time and time again, but just never took the opportunity to apply for school. So in 2020, I decided I'm going to apply. I want to get my bachelor's in communications. So in 2024, I graduated with my bachelor's.
Congratulations.
Yes.
I graduated magna cum laude.
Yes.
So I was on the dean's list every quarter.
Yes.
So, and I had a mindset that I'm a GIS mapping technician senior by career is what I do right now. I've been with the tax assessor's office for Clinton County since 2013. I've been with the county since 2007, so 19 years I've been there. And I want to change careers, and I had a mindset like I just want to work for Delta. It was Delta this, Delta. But let me tell you, Delta has denied me for 14 positions. So I'm like, I have longevity, I have the credentials, I have job stability. So if you're not looking for me, what you looking for? You know, so what advice can you give me? I'm patient, but I'm ready for a career change. I'm 55. When I turn 65, I want to be done with working. But I want another career. I want to start something new and do something different.
Well, what I hear is you put stipulations on it. You say, I want another career with Delta. I want to change, but with Delta. If you want another career, have you applied to other places, or is it just Delta?
Well, I have applied for other careers, and what someone told me, I'm going to go back a little bit, was don't look at it as rejection, look at it as protection. So I made up in my mind, I'm not applying for anything else with Delta. I'm just going to apply for whatever position I see that I feel that God sent my way, I'm going to apply for it. So.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
On the younger side, let me just tell you, like, a lot of times when people apply for jobs, they don't research jobs. So nowadays, they have Microsoft Copilot, Chat GPT. Ask them what kind of questions they're going to ask me. How should I respond? You have to start there because that is the reality. They're basing that off actual, like, they actually have, like, how do I say that? They have
Certain criteria.
criteria. They have criteria, but they also have, every time, like I work for the federal government, but every time they interview somebody, they're actually recording what they say. So they have a kind or a type of what they're actually looking for. And a lot of us don't know that when we apply to jobs, and a lot of us don't even pay attention to that, even when you're taking tests.
And again, this is exactly why we have this room, this space to share. So yes, I agree. Like, especially technology, we're in that era right now, right? Everything is going to AI. So I would say, yes, absolutely. Plug into that. You would be surprised. Well, you won't be surprised what information it'll spit back out to you. So that's good. Thank you so much for sharing that. Excellent advice. Anybody else have a question for our panel or any of the other ladies here? So, again, thank you ladies so much
Thank you for having us.
being here and celebrating women with Toast to Her. Before I let you guys go, I know every single lady here has their cell phone, right? Right. I want every single lady here to stand up. You can either have the phone on yourself for a selfie video, or you can have it turned to me, no, or anyone else, okay? And I want you to repeat after me.
Okay.
All right, the first thing I want y'all to repeat after me. Look at your beautiful selves, right? We're taking a selfie video of ourselves. I am proud of the woman that I am still becoming.
I am proud of the woman I am still becoming.
I am stronger than the seasons that I have walked through.
I am stronger than the seasons I have walked through.
And today,
I celebrate
that I am better than I was. All right. Now, I want you to take that one step further for me. I want you guys to post that. Hashtag Toast to Her. Hashtag Girl, I'm making it through. So here's a toast to her. To her. All right. Woo. Yes.